So why Trump can't win without a miracle? In a way, this is a bad title because if it takes a bald-faced Class A miracle for Trump to win, it isn't a win the right way anyway. I'm neither for nor against Donald Trump, but his lack of understanding of what's happening means that he can't win this fight, and if he does win, it will be in spite of himself, which may not be a benefit to anyone. It seems that former President Trump has no grasp of the connection of events, and that will hurt him going forward. What events? Well, crossfire, hurricane, COVID, the intense hate of the Democratic Party, the resistance of the DOJ in his own party, George Floyd, BLM, Dominion, Facebook, Twitter, and lots of other things like January 6th that are impossible to coordinate. But these events do have a coordination, and it's at a level that Donald Trump cannot understand. So he's always fighting against the wrong enemy and alienating lots of people needlessly. There's an art of war in this fight that he's completely blind to. You can't use the enemy's weapons against the enemy. You saw this in Lord of the Ring. To use the ring against the enemy made you like the enemy. There's an immense spiritual component to this battle. There are issues of place in history and coming events that are not being taken into consideration. And then, even knowing these isn't as important as the day-to-day actions involved in how to fight this battle. So let me break this down to a couple of doable adjustments that former President Trump could make in his battle plan. First, be humble and treat people, even your enemies, with respect. Jesus said this, and he's a good one to trust. You can't fight arrogance with arrogance. Pride, hate, abuse are the enemy's power. You can't use the enemy's own tools against him. He's too smart for that. It doesn't work, and it hasn't worked. Calling people names, saying they're sleepy or dishonest or stupid or weak didn't work. When I see those same emails hitting my inbox, I cringe at the tone, realizing that President Trump is playing again into the enemy's hands. One Trump supporter said that regrettably, he hasn't handled himself in a presidential way. That itself indicates weakness. Even if you're popular with a large group of people, you don't need to be their crass, swearing good buddy, even if you are right about a couple things. A leader understands people and human dynamics. Jesus was in a crowd, but it says he never trusted the crowd. He knew what was in man. I understand the sincere intent on calling people to Washington. I'm not saying that he was to blame, but it's no surprise to see how the enemy used that, turning it into a sincere, prideful mistake. More than presidential, Donald Trump needs to get woke to the spiritual battle that's going on and understand when he's arrogant and crass, he's giving the enemy power over himself. Humility disarms the enemy. A conciliatory attitude where truth is not compromised disarms the enemy. Patient firmness disarms the enemy. Love disarms spiritual aggression. While it may be unpopular to say, Trump's presidency has been one of the strongest in terms of positive accomplishments. It has also been one of the most revealing of what's happening in this country. There is a storm coming, but swearing and name-calling won't do a thing. Jesus said that trust in him, prayer and humility would win the day. And winning in Jesus' book might look a little bit different too. If Donald Trump could take steps in understanding what's going on, he might find some real help. Maranatha.